Yeah. What up? You already know it's the man about town, Virgil Berry, a.k.a. Stacks with the mother facts. Know y'all tune in to a Real Talk podcast exclusive. You already know, man. You're welcome. You're all welcome, man. So what's going on today, y'all, man? Let me see something real quick. All right. Make sure everything is everything, man. Yeah. What up? Just real quick. Prince Harry is dropping a book next year. His memoir. Like I said in my Facebook post earlier, wonder how Queenie feel about that, man. Oh, Lizzie. Lizard Lizzie. Wonder how she gonna feel about this. Can't talk about Prince Harry without talking about his. I had a discussion about this a couple years ago when they first got together. You understand me? And did a little background history into Meghan Markle. Right? You got Meghan Markle and you got Prince Harry. Prince Harry Windsor. Or is his last name Spencer? It's a very touchy subject right here, man, because over here in America, people know Meghan Markle from playing on that show. I think it was called West Wing. She played in a bunch of other shows. And I remember when they first got together, like Black America was like happy. They feared that somehow that was some sort of accomplishment for Black people, especially Black women, because she married into one of the most racist families on the face of planet Earth, right? And I say that because it's true. I'm not saying that because I hate white people or I hate British people. They're not really British. I'm saying it because it's a fact. Simply because in order to be a part of the British royal family, you have to be related to them by blood or by skin color, which would make that a racist. But Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been making a lot of headlines past couple years for various reasons. And like I was saying, when they first got married and all of that, I remember it being a huge fanfare about it. And also, I remember Black America going absolutely nuts about it, as if this was some sort of achievement for Black people, especially Black women. Let's talk about Harry for a second. Harry is the second child of Diana Spencer, right? Rest in the essence to Princess Diana. Thing about the Spencer family, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't, but if any of y'all do y'all research into British aristocratic families and royal bloodlines, you'll know that the Spencer clan can trace their DNA back thousands of years, literally, right? So Princess Diana Spencer, was picked, chosen by the royal family to be Charles's wife, right? And they got married, I want to say back in like 88, 86, something like that, right? And this was a DNA exchange of the Spencer genes with the Windsor, real name Saxe Coburg Gaethje genes. Now, I'm not going to get in because that's a whole entire different podcast. But just for references right now, just know that Charles and Diana weren't married because they loved each other and because they wanted to be with each other forever. It was what we call betrothal. And they were put together to mix the Spencer DNA with the Windsor Saxe Coburg Gaethje DNA. Right. Now, it's a lot of situations going on in the royal family at this time. Because, like I said, place was, and when she figured out totally, and it's to my belief that Diana was under serious mind control. Once she realized what was going on, she went on an all-out campaign to expose the Windsor family for who and what they really are. She lost her life and paid the big cost, the ultimate sacrifice, and she lost her life behind it. Right? Now she gave birth to two sons, William and Harry. Right? It's Charles's son. You can tell that. He looks just like Charles. Harry, on the other hand, now you look at pictures of Harry and then look at pictures of William. There's lots of pictures on Google Images of them side by side, juxtaposed to each other. William and Harry, you can kind of tell they brothers, but they don't look alike. William looks more like Charles. Harry looks more like Diana. Or does he look like somebody else? William is the offspring, purebred / mixed bred of the Spencer DNA and the Windsor DNA. He's next to be in line to be the king. Because he has the Windsor blood in him. Harry doesn't. Walk with me. Now, all of this is alleged that I'm about to say. Allegedly. Right? Allegedly, after Diana gave birth to William, she was messing around with a guy named Dodi Sayed. Let me back that up. Oh, my fault. No, I'm right. Before, when she broke up with Charles, or after she gave birth to William and her things, Diana was outright just having affairs with other guys. Some would like to say that Diana was a whore. That could be argued. I'm not going to say that because I'm not going to speak ill of the dead in situations that I don't know about to that extent. But, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But me having an over, inner, outer understanding of what the Windsor family bloodline really is and represents, I understand why she was doing what she was doing. Right? She was messing with a guy named Dodi Sayed, whose father was a billionaire contractor with the British military and government, who was a architect and had a construction firm where he used to build buildings and stuff like that. I can't remember his father's name, but his name was, I want to say, Muhammad Sayed or something like that. And Diana was having an affair with Dodi Sayed. No, right? This is the guy who was in the limousine with Diana the night that she died in that tragic car accident that ran into the 13th pillar of the Point del Alma Bridge in Gay Paris, France. Huh? Now, before she was messing with Dodie, she was messing with a guy named Captain James Hewitt, who was a member of the British Royal Air Force. Was he Royal Air Force or Royal Marines? One of the two. Captain James Hewitt. And Diana was having an affair with him. And when Charles became privy to this information, he sent word out to James Hewitt and told James Hewitt, if you don't want what happened to the other guy to happen to you, we strongly suggest that you end this relationship with Diana, as what was told to David Icke by Diana's confidant of 9 years, Catherine. Oh, I can't remember her name right now. But my man David Icke talks about this in his book, Children of the Matrix, because he interviewed this lady, Catherine. Oh, I can't remember her last name, but she was a confidant of Diana for like 19 years. And, you know, their friendship broke up probably because of the situation that was going on between her and Charles and all of that. And, yeah, you know, they probably just got disillusioned or whatever. But I can't remember this guy's name, but it was another guy, an Arabic guy who Diana was having an affair with before she started messing with Captain James Hewitt. And what happened to this dude when the royal family found out about it, his ass came up dead. He had a tragic motorcycle accident in which his whole head was decapitated off. Y'all can do your knowledge and your history on that, man. I can't remember what the guy's name is, but you know, it happened in London in the late 80s, early 90s. And I can't remember the guy's name offhand, but he died in a motorcycle accident mysteriously after it was found out that he was messing around with Diana. So after that happened, she started messing around with James Hewitt, Captain James Hewitt, all right, of the Royal Air Force or the Royal Marines, one of the two. And like I say, when the old Queen Lizzie and Charles and them found out this was going on, they sent word to James Hewitt, basically saying, listen here, boy, we know what you're doing. If you value your life, which is strongly suggests you stop messing with Diana. He cut it, right? Captain James Hewitt is still alive to this day. Shortly after this is when Diana started messing with Dodi Sayed. Now, Dodi Sayed's father, like I can't remember his name, but I want to say it's Muhammad Sayed. He was one of the main architects for 9/11. Remember the dancing Israelis who were really Saudi nationals? Yeah. So Diana started messing around with him. And I'm pretty sure a warning was sent. But ask yourself this question. They didn't care. Or so ask yourself this question. Why wait until that day to allegedly kill Diana? Because that wasn't no accident. You know what I mean? I got a weird twist for this when I get done too. We're only gonna go in for about. So she links up with Dodi Sayed, and she's doing this in defiance of Queen Elizabeth and the royal family. At the same time, this is when Charles and Camilla started interacting with each other. That's why shortly after Diana passed, Camilla and Charles got together, right? The only reason Diana was brought in because they needed her DNA, right? Now, once she gave birth to William and Harry, the royal family had no use for Diana anymore. They got William and Harry, or what they thought at the time was two heirs, DNA heirs that carried the combination DNA, right? But what they didn't know, or didn't find out till later, is that Harry wasn't Charles's son, allegedly. Now, if you ask me, due to my research, my context, Harry is definitely not Charles's son. They don't even look like him. Now, you look up pictures of James Hewitt, now that's allegedly Harry's father. To the ginger hair, down to the dark-hued skin, the ruggish paws, handsome looks. You hear me? Why you think, man? So that's Harry on his side with his mama Diana. Basically, allegedly, Diana was used as a breed mirror for her DNA to keep the Spencer and the Windsor DNA connection pure. Now, why does the Windsor bloodline need Spencer? Because Spencer DNA has a genetic code that allows the Windsor DNA, or should I say Saxe-Coburg-Gaethje / Dracul / Charlemagne. You understand where I'm going with this? They're not even British. They're German. And they need the DNA combination to keep their genetic code. And a lot of y'all might think, like, this guy, Virgil, is crazy. But they need the DNA pure, that pure DNA combination, because the Windsor Saxe-Coburg-Gaethje bloodline is not human. Huh? Let me say that again. The Windsor, real name Saxe-Coburg-Gaethje bloodline isn't human. Huh? And in order for the Windsor family to keep their human form, they must copulate, integrate, procreate, reproduce genetically with human DNA. But it has to be compatible human DNA. The Spencer genes carry the dominant genes that the Windsor DNA needs to keep its human form, to keep them from turning into what they really are. Now, if you look online, you'll see some pictures of Queen Victoria, the first or second. Queen Victoria the second. They have a picture of her holding some flowers. And this was in the British Royal Museum, but over the years, the paint started to chip away, and they started to notice that Queen Vicky II was holding a snake. Yeah. What do I mean by that? That's another podcast. But just walk with me for a second, right? So that's the whole reason that Charles and Diana was put together, so they could keep the DNA code pure in order for the Spencer bloodline to, so to speak, keep his humanity. Right? The Windsor family, right? Saxe-Coburg-Gaethje. You know, you can trace their DNA back through Charlemagne, back through Vlad Dracul, through Genghis Khan. They all one big family. You hear me? And the reason why, like I said, they put Charles with Diana is for her DNA. They only wanted her for her DNA. As soon as she had them two children, William and Harry, got rid of her, allegedly. Now, I wonder if Harry's going to mention any of this stuff in his book, because I am not a stupid guy. I'm not a naive guy. I'm pretty much sure that Harry knows what happened to his mother. I'm pretty much sure that Harry wants vengeance for what they did to his mother, which is why he's being trashed in the media these past couple years, right? Do I think for 1 second that Harry doesn't know that James Hewitt is his father? No. Maybe him and James have been in contact with each other. You just never know. Maybe that's one of the reasons why he decided to leave the royal palace. Right? So that's Harry's background. Now, if you notice out of all of that, a key thing that you might have missed, Harry is not Charles' son, allegedly. James Hewitt's son, allegedly, is who he really is, right? That would mean that Prince Harry isn't really part of the British royal family. But William is, because that's definitely Charles's son, right? But Harry has Spencer genes through his mother, Diana. So what did, see, this thing is on another level, y'all. This is what I be trying to tell y'all, man. This stuff goes so far beyond the scope of believability for most humans. And it's not that you can't comprehend it. It's just that in order to comprehend it, you must let go of a lot of things, which is hard for a lot of people to do. All right. Walk with me now. So Harry has no royal blood. He has aristocratic blood through his connection to the Spencer bloodline, but he doesn't have the sangria royale. Right? That's Latin for royal blood. You hear me? So whenever you sipping on some sangria, know that it comes from the root word sangrial, which means blood. Let's think about that. So we got Harry, who has no royal genes, no royal DNA. He's not an heir to the throne, right? Walk with me. So to Meghan Markle real quick. Meghan Markle is a half white, half black woman, right? Meghan Markle used to play on the show West Wing. Y'all remember that TV show? Right. Meghan Markle was selected, just like Diana was, by the British royal family. How do I know this? Meghan Markle, on her father's side, his name is Robert Merkel, is a descendant of King Robert I of England. You may know him through history or from history as Robert the Bruce. He's the one who united the kingdoms. If you remember, the character was fighting against Robert the Bruce, King Robert I. He united the kingdoms. That is Meghan Markle's great, 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 great grandfather. Probably some more greats in front of that. Through her father. Now, her mother, right, married her father when they met in college. Right? Walk with me, man. Meghan Markle's father, Robert Merkel, is the descendant of Robert the Bruce. So what is you saying, Virg? What you saying, Stacks? What I'm saying is Meghan Markle has more royal blood than Harry. See, this is breeding right here, y'all. This is what the 5% Nation refers to as grafting, transhumanism, biomechanical engineering, DNA splicing, right? Breeding. Straight out of Brave New World. Aldous Huxley, go read it, right? So Meghan Markle was chosen to be Harry's wife because of her DNA. Huh? What you saying, Ver? I'm saying that Meghan Markle has more royal DNA than Harry. And since she's related, direct descendant to King Robert the Bruce or Robert the First, who is Queen Elizabeth's great 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 grandfather by blood. Her mom's, huh? Y'all see where I'm going with this? So Meghan Markle was chosen for her DNA so they can keep the Windsor bloodline going. And they got the Spencer DNA from Harry, and their baby is in line for the king, for the throne. Right. Now, Lizzie I know she feels some type of way about that, which is why she treats them the way she does, but she wants the blood line to continue. Now that they got two children, I think Meghan Markle, or they got one and she's pregnant right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So they got either two children or they got one and one on the way. You know what I'm saying? Both babies have the Spencer and the Windsor Saxe-Coburg-Gaethje DNA. This is going to be the genetic bond they need so future generations of the Windsor bloodline, Saxe-Coburg-Gaethje, can keep its human form. 2016, I remember it was Queen Elizabeth's 90th Jubilee celebration, which means it was her 90th birthday celebration. All right. And they have a big celebration in London's Trafalgar Square, right? And Queen Elizabeth, you know, she goes out there with all her little royal garb on and she greets her subjects for her birthday. Now, I don't know, a lot of people probably don't know about this, but I'll be staying up on stuff like this. Is how I know. Right. Now, outside in Trafalgar Square, this is back in 2016. Elizabeth, I guess she got real flustered, and I guess she had let's say she had a adrenaline rush, and outside at Trafalgar Square, literally thousands of people outside, and thousands of people were tweeting saying, "Oh my gosh, did I just see the Queen turn into a huge lizard?" Now, Jack Dorsey had all these tweets removed. It was about 3,700 tweets, right? Basically, what I'm saying is she got so excited, right? She had such a strong adrenaline rush, and adrenaline at its base form is energy. And this energetic rush caused Queen Elizabeth to lose her control over her human form. And it was reported by thousands of people that they seen Queen Elizabeth turn into a huge lizard right in front of their eyes. Literally down there 4,000 tweets. This was instantly, all those tweets were removed within going through their little calamity and back in 2016, if you remember that. The very same day, the next day, the British Royal website made a post telling everybody, basically it was a letter or a message from the Queen saying that along the lines of, I know everybody was shocked to see me in the manner in which they did. And, I know it's shocking to see that, I'm saying, I'm that my form and all this stuff. And basically she was saying that, y'all still my royal subjects, even though y'all see me turn into a huge lizard, allegedly, y'all still my royal subjects and I'm still y'all's queen. Basically saying like, and she said, y'all going to learn to accept me and my family for who and what we really are. This is not alleged. This actually happened. Now, the royal website removed this from their website 2 days after they posted it because it started to gain some traction in the media. Now, this lets you know the power of the media right here. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably listening to me right now like, this dude sound crazy. He just making that up. But no, this actually happened, right? This actually happened back in 2016, 90th Jubilee celebration for Queen Elizabeth II. Right. What am I saying? What is you getting at? Right. What I'm saying is the Windsors are not human, allegedly. Right. Diana would talk to this confidant of hers, Catherine. Oh, I can't remember her name. Catherine. Oh, Catherine. Oh, what's her name? It's Catherine something. I can't remember her name. But she was like a spiritual advisor for Diana. If y'all read David Icke's book, Children of the Matrix, or The Biggest Secret Ever, or, The Biggest Secret, he talks about this. He even had, well, this is before he got kicked off of YouTube, he even had the video recorded conversation over the phone that he had with this lady. You know what I'm saying? So, and she said that Diana used to tell her all the time that the Windsors aren't human. Her nickname for the Windsors was the Lizards. And Diana would often say to this Catherine lady, who was a confidant of hers for 9 years, basically she was her spiritual advisor for like 9 years. She basically would tell them and say, in all honesty, they're not human. And Diana came up dead. 1997, she was in a tragic car accident under the Pont de Alma Bridge in Paris, France. Her car ran into the 13th pillar of the bridge. Diana was still alive when the car accident happened. Huh? The coroner report said she died from asphyxiation. Not damages incurred from being in a tragic car accident, but she died from asphyxiation. What are you saying, Verge? I'm saying that things aren't what they seem with the royal family. I'm saying that it's factual historical evidence of them being connected with fraternal organizations like the Brotherhood of the Dragon, the Brotherhood of the Snake, Skulls and Bones, Scroll and Key, the Demolema Society, the Thelema Society, huh? The Rosicrucian Society, the Thule Society, the Vril Society. The Fabian Society. Saxe Coburg Gaethje bloodline, when you trace and do your research on it, they are related to Genghis Khan, Charlemagne, and Vlad Dracul, who was also a member of the Brotherhood of the Dragon and the Brotherhood of the Snake. See, this is a generational thing that's going on, y'all. I've been telling y'all since I've been home that in order to over enter out of extra strand what's going on, you have to let preconceived beliefs, notions, views, and thoughts, and you have to question everything. Meghan Markle has the pure royal blood. This is why her and Harry were put together. But I believe along the line, Harry and Meghan actually love each other. That's my belief. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I believe. That's why they decided to leave the royal house, right? Now, Harry's talking about coming out with this memoir. Wonder what he's going to talk about. Now, I'm not burning bread. I'm not wishing bad because that's not what I do. What I am saying is I wouldn't be surprised if Harry don't mysteriously come up dead within the next year. I'm not wishing death on this man. I would never do that to anybody. I'm saying is this is this family's MO. You see he know what they did to his mama. He left the royal palace, Buckingham Palace, took his wife and his kids with him, right? Now, if Elizabeth can somehow get them kids, because that's what they want, this is why they have not been taken out. I think personally that the reason why Harry is conducting himself in the way he is because he wants to keep media attention on him. He wants to keep the cameras on him. And I'm not so naive to think that Meghan isn't aware of what's going on as well. Do I think, me being the inquisitive, critical thinking person that I am, do I think that Meghan Markle don't know her heritage and lineage? Of course she does. All right. I believe I have nothing to. I believe that they're staying in the media like they are and have been for the past couple of years so they can keep the media spotlight on them. That's my personal belief. But Harry got this memoir coming out next year. Right. Harry got this memoir coming out next year, y'all. I'm going to pre-order my book. Hopefully it comes out. But and like I said, I'm not burning bread. I'm not wishing bad, or I'm not omanizing or nothing like that. What I'm saying is this is these people's MO, especially the British royal family. Uh, they have been murdering people strategically for literally thousands of years, like literally thousands of years. And I'm not naive enough to think that they ain't got Harry and Meghan in the crosshairs. But you just never know. Maybe Meghan might be an agent underground bloodline provocateur for the Windsor / Saxe Coburg Gaithy family, of which she is a direct bloodline descendant through her father. I want y'all to over and out understand what I'm saying to you. I'm saying that Meghan Markle is a direct descendant of Robert the Bruce, King Robert the First. He united the kingdoms. There's the reason why it's called the United Kingdom today. I want y'all to over and out understand the importance of Meghan Markle getting with Harry Spencer. I want y'all to over and out understand the significance of this joining of the two different DNA strands so that the Saxe Coburg Gaithy strand can keep its human form. Now, I know I'll start talking about the Smithsonian Slender, right? And I know a lot of people, take that in whatever way they want to take that. You know what I'm saying? But I also want y'all to have an open mind. You know what I mean? I want y'all to question everything, like I always say. And then if you ain't did no research or nothing, I really too much don't care what your opinion is of what I'm saying. You hear me? Because I'm not trying to tell you to believe me. You don't have to believe me. Let me give y'all another disclaimer. You don't have to believe anything I'm saying. I don't want you to. I don't expect you to. What I expect you to do is to challenge what I'm saying. I'm giving you literally all the reference material as I tell you what I'm talking about to go see if what I'm saying is actual truth. Go find out for yourself. Right? Now you got Meghan Markle and Prince Harry bringing these children into the world, right? Now they then killed Diana. Mind you, was a very ritualistic sacrifice murder. And I wouldn't be surprised if something ended up happening to Harry. Now, I'm not wishing bad on Harry. I'm not praying on his downfall. But I know how these people operate. And I'm just sitting here trying to tell y'all, man, don't be surprised if Harry mysteriously comes up dead in a tragic accident, some weird freaky disease that he ain't never had no history of having. He gets in a plane crash. Some lunatic happened to get the drop on him and Meghan and blow his noodles out or something like that. Don't be surprised, because I can't wait to read this memoir. I wonder what he's going to talk about. You know what I mean? And I know Lizzie, you know, she's been kind of quiet. Mind y'all, Queen Elizabeth is way older than what she appears to be. You know, so y'all go, you'll check it out, man. Like I said, don't ever believe me, man. And this is what I say when it comes to Meghan Markle and Black women. And this ties in to the further indoctrination of our women into us not only having a false sense of empowerment, but also to increase on a psychological level, subconscious level, the admiration towards white men. Because now the perception is out there that if Meghan Markle can get a white guy of this level, it's a possibility that I can too. You might say I'm reaching a little bit with that, but look how it plays out in society. Two content creators, bringing on white guys to critique the behavior and characteristics of Black men as if white men have the validation or credentials to do so. All right. Like I can't imagine me or any one of my fellow content creators that I interact with and support. I couldn't imagine us having a white woman come on our platform to talk disrespectfully, shamefully even, about white Black women. Right. And this whole thing, and I've noticed this with this Meghan Markle situation too, because when it first happened, I just noticed Black women were going crazy. Right. Now, mind y'all, Meghan Markle is mixed breed. Her mom is Black and her dad is white. Right. Does she identify as Black? I don't know. But, and I'm pretty sure Queen Elizabeth wasn't okay with this on her inside, but she realized from a PR standpoint, because she also wants to keep the bloodline pure, right? And she wants to keep those DNA, those genetics intermingled with each other so they can keep their human form. She's like, oh, I really don't like Black people for real. History has proven that the British royal family does not like Black people. I don't give a damn how anybody feels about that, what anybody says about that. I'm going to go ahead and say that. That's proof. That's evident. Right? They've only been butchering people for the past 2,000-3,000 years, maybe longer. So, y'all go look into that, man. And I strongly believe, and I can see it, like I say, playing out in society, why Meghan Markle was chosen outside of her DNA. But, she represents so much. This is a new PR situation for the British royal family over there in the United Kingdom, especially how they treat Black folks in the UK. Y'all think we get treated bad over here? Y'all go do some research into the Windrush generation over there in the United Kingdom. Y'all think we get treated bad over here? Talk to some of your brethren and sisters, your Black brethren and sisters over there in the UK. Let them tell you what racism is like over there. So, when it comes to Meghan Markle and Harry Windsor, Harry Spencer, I'm not saying there's no love in that relationship because I'm pretty sure it is. But that's not the reason that they were put together. Just think about it coming to America when Prince Akeem and Princess Imani was betrothed to each other, right? Remember when Hakeem's mother was explaining to him about arranged marriages and told him that when I first met your father, I didn't even know him. I was scared, but I grew to love him. Think about that. I think what happened between Harry and Meghan is they actually, when they were connected with each other, I think they actually fell in love with each other. Oh, I'm not naive at all. Do I, for 1 second, don't think that Meghan Markle and Harry Spencer don't know what's going on. And I think they're going rogue publicly. Because now that them babies is here, oh, Lizzie want them babies. Think about that, man. Think about that, man. You have, although mixed with, I can't even say African. I can't even say African, but possibly African because I don't know. I don't know what Meghan Markle's mother's heritage is. I don't know if she's of African descent or she's of Native Aboriginal American descent. I don't know. I haven't dug that deep into her background on her mother's side, but it's just so much information on her father that it just was easy to go and pause on him. Right. So Meghan and Harry were definitely put together for breeding purposes. I think when they were first put together, which I'm telling you right now, was probably way before we ever heard about their relationship. Pretty sure they started liking each other. They started falling in love with each other. Harry knows the truth about his mother. He knows the truth about who his father is. Meghan the same. And I believe Harry is going rogue. Look at his attitude and his actions. He basically has been banned from the royal family. You don't hear no articles about Charles trying to get him to come back, about the Queen trying to get them to come back. Walk with me, man. They want them kids, though, because you got to think Meghan and Harry's children are the new age, millennial. You hear me? Generation Z. Combination of Spencer and Saxe-Coburg-Gaithy DNA to take the Saxe-Coburg-Gaithy family bloodline into the next millennia. Do y'all know what that means? I'm just, I just wanted to go in on that real quick though, because and how this correlates with the indoctrination of Black women in America, modern Black women at that, is because it's another tool that's used to fuel this false sense of power that Black women have assumed due to the indoctrinations of, like I say, Marxist, socialist, Zionist, Luciferian, Satanic, Sabbatean, Frankist ideologies disguised as Black liberation movement theologies. You know what I mean? Agent provocateurs. And Meghan Markle is definitely an agent provocateur to the extent that her image and what she represents is being used. But me personally, I think that Meghan Markle know what's going on. I think her and Harry got together and said, you know what? F it. You hear me? I think they say, you know what? Forget about it, man. We ain't afraid to die. You know what I'm saying? We're going to stay in the public eye enough so we can keep the cameras on us, just in case they plotting against us, which I'm pretty sure they are. Now Harry done released that he about to put this book out next year, a memoir. I wonder if he's writing it himself or he having somebody helping. What I'm saying is things is about to get tricky over there at Buckingham Palace. Now, if for some reason this book was to come out and it come out an independent publisher and Harry is spilling the beans, so to speak, ooh wee. It could be trouble for the Saxe-Coburg-Gaithy's, allegedly. This is why I feel personally, when I first seen this article earlier today, it compelled me to do a live on YouTube to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like personally, and I know as a man, what I feel doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, as far as this situation, I strongly believe, I'm going to take my feelings out of it. I strongly believe, I strongly think, and to some degree, my infinite awareness is telling me that Harry days is numbered, man. You hear me? Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they off Harry and or Meghan, because they already got the babies. And I want y'all to know that when people give birth to royal children, specifically British royal children, if for some reason something was to tragically happen in the instance that their mother or father lost their life, the children go right on back to the royal. I wonder how many of y'all know that. Y'all know how the succession hierarchy structure is of the British royal family? They've been snaking and sneak thieving and backstabbing and assassinating each other for the past 3,000-4,000 years, man. It ain't about to stop now. You hear me? And Harry knows what happened to his mom. That's why on her birthday recently, he released the statement he did. Oh, he also vowed to bring his mother's killers to justice. So y'all just keep that in mind, man. Harry done joined the military, so he know how to use his military mind. The only thing with Harry, and I'm going to say no, is that he obviously ain't under no mind control like his mother was. And when it got to the point where she realized what was going on, it just got too late. But I think Harry is going rogue, man. I think this is why Harry's been in the public eye like how he has. I think that's why he's been speaking out on the things he's been speaking out. And I also think that he's going to expose the British royal family, the Windsors, Saxe, Coburg, Gaithy. I strongly think and believe that he's going to expose them in this memoir. And I strongly think also that my man Harry's life is in danger. I would love to interview him. Got some very interesting questions for him. But I'm 39, Harry a couple years younger than me. When I see him in the media, whenever I see footage of Harry, I look into his eyes. He know. Oh, he knows. And that last statement he released on his mother's birthday not too long ago, that was confirmation that he knows what's going on. He said in that letter, he said in that article, he said, I vow to find and bring my mother's killers to justice. Oh, Harry knows what's going on. And I strongly believe and think that in his memoir, if it makes it to publication, because the book ain't done yet, it ain't due for release till next year. Let's just hope and pray until then, don't nothing happen to Harry. Like I say, y'all, this ain't me wishing death. This ain't me burning bread. This ain't me praying. This ain't none of that. I don't do that. When you know how these people operate and you look at their track record, this is what they do. His mama, Diana, on the verge of exposing them for the snakes, literally, that they are. She was ritualistically murdered. Ritualistically. At the 13th pillar on the Pointe d'Armor Bridge in Paris, France. Do y'all know what Pointe d'Armor means? Diana is named after the Diana Spencer is named after the Akkadian Sumerian goddess Diana, or Britannia. Huh? Britannia, Great Britain, Diana. This stuff is ill. Y'all hear me, man? It's one big ritual, right? She was killed at the 13th pillar. The city of Paris, France, sits on the 13th parallel. The Pointe d'Armor Bridge has an eternal flame over top of it, much like the one at John F. Kennedy's gravesite in Arlington, Virginia. I've been there and seen that myself. So these people are all connected. They all are bloodline related. You hear me? And this whole thing with Harry coming out with this memoir, it sparked something in me when I seen the article this morning. When I seen it I was at the gym earlier this morning, so I watched the news when I'm on the elliptical. And when I was watching the news on the elliptical, the first story that came up was Prince Harry to release memoir in 2022. I said, ooh, not a memoir. See, an autobiography is a lot different. An autobiography or a biography is a lot different than a memoir. Right? Memoirs are anecdotal experience out of your actual life written in a story format. See, an autobiography is basically like a timeline of your life's events. You see the difference? Memoirs are words written by you. Right? A biography is a story about you. Right? And an autobiography is a story about you from you. But the memoirs are actually written by you. Right? See, your biography, you might give somebody the information and they write it out and help you write it, but a memoir is your words, your writing. It's like a diary. It's like a published diary is what a memoir is. So maybe Harry already got some diaries he's been keeping since he was a young boy that he ain't never told nobody about. He's just going to publish them. I hope that's what it is. I got a strong, let's say, inkling that that's what it is. So, what's up? What y'all think about what y'all just heard, man? Everybody who's watching and listening, what do y'all make of everything I just said? Now, the question you first have to ask yourself is cui bono? Who benefits? Who benefits from Harry putting this memoir out? Oh, what's good? What's good? Yeah, shit, I've been already going in. I'm about to get up off of here in a second, for real. The first question we should always ask ourselves in these situations is cui bono? Cui bono is Latin for who benefits. Right? Who benefits if Harry is allowed to release this memoir? Who benefits? Let's take it back. Who benefits from Diana not being here any longer? Now, he ain't got it out. It's coming out next year. It's not out yet, but it's coming out next year. I'm about to get it for y'all right now. It's not out yet, but it's coming out next year. Now let me show y'all some pictures real quick, right? I'm gonna show y'all a picture. No doubt, no doubt. You already know. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment, man. Now let me show y'all some pictures real quick. I'm gonna show y'all some pictures of Harry and William, right? I'm gonna show y'all some pictures of them, the brothers, right? I think that's a real good picture of the brothers, right? Look at that picture of them, right? Now you ask yourself, do they look like they related? See that William looks more like Charles than Harry. Right now, look at that picture right there. Now I'm about to show y'all another picture. Right, I'm about to show y'all a picture of William and Charles, and Harry and Charles. Right, show y'all some pictures of these guys. See, this is a good picture right here. This is a picture where you can tell that William looks like his mother. Look at that picture. He looked like Diana in this picture. Right. Look at Charles. This is a real good picture right here. Here's a picture back in the day of William, Charles, and Harry. Look at Harry when he's a young boy. He don't look like them. Right? He don't look like them. Do that little redhead boy with freckles look like Charles? All right. Now I'm gonna show you some pictures of Harry and Charles. All right. Do you see the resemblance? I don't see it. All right. I'll show you another picture of them. Right. Right. William doesn't have another mother. Diana is his mother. Diana is his mother. You hear me? Look at this picture. Harry don't look like none of them. He barely looks like his brother. All right. Now I'm about to show y'all a picture of right of Harry and Captain James Hewitt. All right. Look at that guy. That's Captain James Hewitt right there. All right. Here go another one. That's a picture of Harry. Up top, you got Charles. Down bottom, you got James Hewitt. Captain James Hewitt of the Royal Air Force or Royal Marines, one of the two. All right. Here's a profile picture of Harry and James Hewitt. Charles. Charles, old corny, goofy looking motherfucker, ain't he? Right. Yeah. Right. You be the judge, right? Don't believe me. Make up your own mind for yourself, right? Right. I'm getting this picture for y'all real quick. Hold on. That's Robert the Bruce, King Robert the First. That's Meghan Markle's great granddaddy. Right. This is Elizabeth's bloodline relative. All right. My fault. I said her dad's name is Robert Markle. Her dad's name is Thomas Markle. My bad, y'all. That's Thomas Markle. That's Meghan Markle's father. Through her father, Thomas Markle, Meghan Markle is a direct bloodline descendant through her father to Robert the Bruce. Mm. Huh? Whenever you see pictures of Diana and Charles together, Diana was a feminine woman, so she was smiling. But look at the look in her face. She despised Charles. I always felt that was a very amazing woman. She did a lot of humanitarian work, and you can tell whenever they was in pictures, media ops with each other. Diana, it's almost as if she went out of her way to avoid Charles. But whenever she came on camera, she would smile because, like I said, she was a feminine woman. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find some pictures of that Dodi Fayed. Oh, Dodi Fayed, not Syed, Dodi Fayed. Yep. Images. This is the guy who died along with Diana in Paris that night, her estranged alleged lover. And it was said that Diana was pregnant at the time. When you read the autopsy report, it said that Diana was expecting. So it's safe to probably say, assume that she was pregnant by Dodi Fayed, right? Right. Muhammad Al Fayed. This is his daddy, Muhammad Al Fayed, who was connected with the dancing Israelis who were really Saudi Arabians during 9/11. So, man, you gotta do your history, man. You gotta connect the dots on these people, man. You understand me? Now I got an even weirder twist to this whole story. Now Diana had multiple partners. This is why I said earlier it could be said that Diana was a whore. But knowing what I know about the British royal family, I know that Diana just was like, I'm done with Charles, but I can't really leave. But to defy them, she would go have these relationships with other men, specifically, especially men who did not carry the Spencer or the who were not of royal lineage. Huh? Now this is an ill twist to this whole story right here. All right. Now this is an ill twist to this whole story right here. All right. This is a funny twist to the story. All right. It's a funny twist to the story. Resting the essence to my brother Cairo. Right. My brother, who was tragically murdered a couple years ago by his girlfriend. Right. Funny twist to this story. The night that Diana allegedly died in this car crash in Paris, France, along with Dodi Fayed, whose father is Mohammed I. Fayed, connected with 9/11. My brother, who was tragically killed a couple years ago, the girl who killed him, her father, Stanley Colbreth, was the first person interviewed and claims he witnessed the whole entire accident. Stanley Colbreth, attorney at law in Columbus, Ohio. He used to be partners with Byron L. Potts, who represented this girl. I don't even remember what the girl's name is, y'all. Her name was something Colbreth. I don't remember her name. I don't remember her name. Ain't that something? I don't remember the name of the girl who killed my brother. Well, she ain't shooting, she stabbed him. Rest in the essence to Cairo, man. This is her father, Stanley Colbreth, who had a partnership with Byron L. Potts. But due to his dirty criminal ass, he was disbarred for malpractice back in the early 2000s. And guess who represented this girl on the very case with my brother? God damn it, Byron L. Potts. Now, my question to Stanley Colbreth would be, what the hell was you doing under that bridge Boy, what the hell was you doing under the Point de Armor Bridge in France at the 13th pillar on the 13th parallel, which Paris lays on, of all nights to be in France under the Point de Armor Bridge? Of all nights, he's there and he witnesses allegedly the entire accident. Allegedly. Columbus, Ohio, born and raised Stanley Kobrief. This is the father of the girl who killed my brother. Right? She did not go to jail. She's out right now. It could be argued. Now, if I was to ever interview Stanley Kobrief, my number one question would be to him, boy, what the hell was you doing in Paris under the Point de Armor Bridge at the 13th pillar the same night that Diana Spencer allegedly had her tragic car accident? He says he even spoke to Diana and she was still alive in the car. This is how it became public that she was still alive, because this nigga said he seen the accident, went up to the car, and even spoke to Diana. I know that sounds crazy, right? I told you at the beginning of this video, I had a crazy twist at the end for y'all. But to answer your question, Jordy27, Diana had multiple affairs while still in an arranged marriage with Charles. She had an affair with Dodi Syed, who died with her. She had an affair with James Hewitt, allegedly. She had an affair with multiple men. One of the guys she had an affair with died in a tragic motorcycle accident in which he was decapitated. I just think that's a weird twist to this whole story, because I, to this day, have never even met this guy. And what made I'm trying to remember how I even found this information out. Ooh, now I remember. I was listening to my man, British, or should I say Irish, independent content creator, and he has his own radio show, independent radio show, which is the #1 independent internet radio show in Europe. He had a show discussing the ritualistic murder, sacrifice, allegedly, of Diana. And he brought up the name of Stanley Kobrief. And this is oddly around the same time when my brother got killed. So everything happens for a reason. You know, I'm tapped in and tuned in to certain things, and I know don't nothing happen by happenstance or accident. You know what I mean? I just think that's weird. And then all this years later, this girl, his daughter, commits murder in cold blood and gets clean away with it. Could be argued. You know, I shared this information with my mother, and you know, she just was like, when I told my mom this story, she was like, "Oh man," she's like, "Oh well," she's like, "We ain't never gonna get justice for our brother." Could be argued, right? But you know, I got to get up off of here because I got to get ready to get up out of here, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all tapping in. You know, I'm about to move into the new spot in a couple weeks and had a whole studio set up. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be going in. Got my brother Van's going to be coming on the show with me, man. Your not so average guys podcast. You understand? We're going in. You know what I mean? And we're going to bring y'all a lot of content, man. Got a lot of collaborations coming up with some of my fellow content creators that I've been interacting with and supporting on these here YouTube streets. So, you know, we got a lot more content coming, believe me, man. So, you know, make sure y'all tap in, smash that like button, definitely subscribe and share this, share. You know what I'm saying? I want to send a shout out to my brethren, Red Supreme, TV One, the Truth Spoken Money podcast. Go subscribe to both of his pages. That's my guy. We got some things coming up. Definitely go subscribe to Melanated and Elevated. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother, Vance Dupree. We got some things coming too. And his wife, Ebony, that's my sis. We got a lot of things coming. Definitely go subscribe to the Melanated and Elevated podcast channel or page on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, and comment that. Tell them Stacks with the Facts sent you. Definitely subscribe, like, share, and comment on A Real Talk podcast. You know what I mean? You know, so you're going to see a lot more collaborations coming from me. You know what I mean? We got a lot of stuff going on over here at A Real Talk Media. You know what I'm saying? I got the movie coming out here pretty soon. I actually going to meet up with my people at my school to discuss how we're going to release it and go about doing it. Of course, you can go subscribe to my YouTube page right now, and you can check out the trailer to my movie, written, directed, scripted, shot mostly by me, Golden Fleece, coming soon. So, you know, we got a lot of things coming, man. It's going to be a beautiful thing. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like a lot of collaborations coming with my fellow content creators, man, here on these YouTube streets, man. People I've been interacting with, supporting, and we're about to get some things going. So, you know, I appreciate everybody coming through. You know what I'm saying? Share this video. You know, like I said, we're going to have a lot more lives coming and a lot more live streams going on. You know, so now, of course, we'll announce it first, if not on Facebook, Instagram, by way of YouTube. You know, so you can go to Facebook, check me out on Facebook at Virgil Berry. You know what I'm saying? It's basically, I ain't gonna say it's the same picture of my profile picture on YouTube, but when you go to Facebook and you type in Virgil Berry, you're gonna know it's me because it's gonna be a guy with a Benny the Butcher fitted cap on. You know what I'm saying? In the Ohio Media School. That's how you're gonna know it's me. You can go to Instagram, hit me up on Instagram at A Real Talk Media, AYEREALMEDIA. You know, y'all can go hit up that website at www.arealtalkmedia.com. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely always hit me up on the email at Art Media LLC. That's ARTMEDIA LLC @yahoo.com. You need some videography done, some cinematography done. You need a lesson in physics. Hit your boy up. I got you. I got you covered, man. You understand me? Oh yeah, and definitely don't forget to go to SoundCloud and go to datpiff.com and pick up the mixtape. You know, you got to get the music, man. We're gonna start having some live streams too. We start having listening parties on YouTube for the music too. So, you know, y'all can tap in with that. You know what I mean? So shouts out to my brethren, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, my homie Red Supreme, Chris Norwood, Prodigal Son, 75, you know what I mean? Cat 6 Cable Guy, you know what I mean? A lot of guys who I'm interacting with. We're about to bring y'all some of this content, man. So y'all make sure y'all tap in, walk with me. Stacks with the Facts, Virgil Berry, aka Stacks with the Facts, the man about town. Y'all make sure y'all tap in, man. Hey.